So we've spoken about the key to drive, discipline, dedication, and eventually success in this world is purpose. And the key to purpose is that it has to be something more important than your own self. And it has to have meaning way beyond your desires, your ego, your desires for richness or fame or status. And before we dive into really how to nail down a purpose for your own life, we have a very easy metric to determine whether something is actually really that important to you. And the way to find out is to ponder the inevitable truth and the only certainty we have in life, really, which is death. If you were to die now, what would you regret the most? What is the most important thing that comes to mind that you haven't fulfilled or haven't worked on? I know for me, the first couple of things that come to mind is, am I ready to meet my Lord? And have I done enough good in this world to be able to stand before Him? And it's a sign that I am not doing enough work in my daily life and I'm prioritizing things that aren't actually that important when it comes to my deen. And number two is, frankly, family and the people that I love and the people that I'm leaving behind. That have I spent enough time with them? That have I given them enough? Have I ensured their well-being after I'm gone? Those are two things that are way beyond myself in this world. And this is something for you to question within yourself on how much time, for example, you spend at work or pursuing whatever you are pursuing in life right now, but yet you're not spending enough time with the people that you love most. You're neglecting your family, you're neglecting your friends, you're neglecting the people that you love most in life, and worst of all, you're neglecting the day that you're going to meet your Creator. And instead you're in this pursuit of this very temporary life. وَمَا تَدْرِي نَفْسٌ فِي أَيِّ أَرْضٍ بِأَيِّ أَرْضٍ تَمُوتُ. You literally have no idea when you're going to leave this world in an instant. If you go to any graveyard and look at the cemetery, you're going to find people of all ages. And all those people, just like you, have goals that they're working towards and so obsessed with this life. And then in an instant, they're no longer here, they're gone. They're gone in an instant. And very likely didn't have enough time to prepare for that departure. And so it's very important that we heed that warning in our lives, in not pursuing things that we're going to regret, frankly, when our time comes to leave this world. And so after we handle those two main important things of, okay, getting ready to meet our Creator and spending time with our loved ones, we would want to leave something meaningful behind. And for us as Muslims, this is a sadaqah jariyah. You get rewarded for knowledge or any good deeds that last beyond your life here. And so instead of pondering now, what if you were to die now? How about what if you were to die in 6 months' time or in a year's time? Are you still going to pursue the exact same things that you are currently pursuing? And if not, then that's a sign that it's not either important to you, enough to you, or that it's very focused in this world and that you have forgotten that you're going to leave very soon. However, if the answer to that question is no, that you're not going to change anything, it is a sign that what you are pursuing is of utmost importance. And that is especially so if you have a purpose beyond yourself, whether it's helping the homeless, or eradicating poverty, or eliminating racism, or bringing the community together, or solving a mental health crisis. Chances are that is something important and meaningful enough that you chose for yourself such that even if you were to leave this world, even if you have a limited amount of time, you would still pursue it. And something that you would pursue in the face of your own death being right in front of you, if you have that mindset throughout your life, then chances are that's something you're not going to quit on if you don't see the results that you want. That chances are that's something that you're not going to quit on if it doesn't meet your expectations. You're not going to quit if you don't get the public response you're looking for. You're not going to quit if you get hate. You're not going to quit if you don't see any results or any material richness or success, because that is a purpose, a cause that you've chosen way bigger than yourself. And you've put the focus on the effort that you put on and the actions that you take. And whether or not something yields out of that, it is so important enough that you're just gonna keep pushing for it. And the beauty for us as Muslims, إنما الأعمال بالنيات, that actions are by intention. What's more beautiful for us as Muslims is that we don't even need to see results to be rewarded in the hereafter, in the eternal life that we were created for. And so once we have that purpose for ourselves, and we're going to dive further into how we can find that for ourselves, but once we have that, that is the highest chance that we achieve success in this material world and the hereafter. Because to be frank, having a purpose for the sake of your own desires and your own ego and for your own richness and material success and fame and status, we all know how not lasting that is, how not fulfilling it is, how it fills your days with just suffering and exhaustion, especially when you don't see results, especially when you don't see your effort going anywhere. When you get to that point of asking yourself, what's the point anymore? And even so, this is a tale as old as time, where all the billionaires and the millionaires or the most successful people have said it before, that it doesn't bring you the long-lasting happiness that you're looking for when your goal and your purpose is in this life alone and is attached to who you are. And so heed this warning before you treadmill or hamster wheel yourself into the grave, or worse, into regret right before your time to leave this world arrives. And so the whole point of this is, remember death often. Remember the certainty of your life, and ask yourself what you would dedicate your life for if you knew you were going to die in the next 6 months, or if you knew you were going to die soon, which is the absolute reality. We are all going to die soon. But it's so important that you do not forget and run away from that, because you وَإِن تَفِرُّوا الْمَوْتَ فَإِنَّهُ مُلَاحِقُكُمْ. Like, you can try and run as much as you can, but it's coming and it's catching up to you. And if you dedicate your life around this fact, if you dedicate yourself around a purpose that is beyond who you are, that is what's going to drive you to all the success that you want. And death is the filter to help you assess what is and what is not important in your life.